Welcome to Caribbean Whispers by Renee. On the island of Saint Kitts and Nevis, just outside a small village near the rainforest, lived a vervet monkey named Bongo. Unlike the other monkeys, Bongo wasn't interested in stealing fruit all day. He was interested in humans. Every morning he sat on a tree branch overlooking the road and watched tourists arrive. Tour buses came. Cruise ship passengers came. Tour guides came. Everybody seemed excited to be somewhere. Everybody carried cameras. Everybody smiled when they posed for pictures. One day, Bongo watched a travel influencer recording a video. "Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. Today we're exploring Street Kitts." The influencer spent 20 minutes talking to a camera. Then the tourists around him started asking for selfies. Bongo was amazed. This human talks to a box and people love him. That evening he gathered the other monkeys. "I have made a decision." The monkeys groaned. Whenever Bongo started a sentence like that, trouble usually followed. "I am going to become famous." Silence. Then every monkey burst into laughter. One monkey laughed so hard he fell out of the tree. "Famous for what?" asked Chippy. Bongo stood proudly. "I don't know yet." The laughter became even louder. But Bongo had already made up his mind. Tomorrow his journey would begin. The next morning Bongo positioned himself at one of the island's most popular viewpoints. A family stepped out of a tour bus. Before they could take a picture, Bongo jumped onto a nearby rock. Then he struck a pose. One hand on his hip, one eyebrow raised, looking into the distance like a movie hero. The tourists burst into laughter. Click, click, click. More tourists arrived. Bongo kept posing. Soon a crowd surrounded him. Tour guide Winston couldn't believe it. "I've been giving tours for 15 years. This monkey has more charisma than I do." By evening hundreds of photos had been uploaded online. One image exploded across social media. The next morning tourists started arriving asking one question. "Where can we find the famous monkey?" Nobody knew his real name. The internet had named him the Caribbean King. Bongo loved the sound of it. A local man named Trevor saw an opportunity. Trevor had failed at many businesses: fish shop, juice shop, boat rentals, goat yoga. None had succeeded. When he saw tourists lining up to photograph Bongo, a light bulb appeared over his head. This monkey needs management. The following morning, Trevor arrived carrying a folding chair, sunglasses, and a notebook. He sat beside Bongo. "Congratulations." Bongo blinked. "You are now my client." The monkey stole his sandwich. Trevor took that as agreement. Within a week, Trevor had created Bongo t-shirts, Bongo keychains, Bongo mugs, Bongo calendars. There was even a Bongo fan club. Tourists loved it. Trevor started making money. Lots of money. Unfortunately, Bongo soon realized Trevor was getting richer than he was. And Bongo didn't like that. Fame wasn't easy. Bongo couldn't go anywhere without attention. Tourists followed him. Children pointed at him. People constantly wanted photos. One day he climbed a tree seeking peace. 3 tourists climbed after him. The next day he hid behind a rock. A travel blogger found him. The following day he hid in the rainforest. A drone found him. Bongo sighed. "I miss being unknown." Meanwhile, the other monkeys had become jealous. Especially Chippy. "If I become famous, I'll be better at it." "You," laughed Bongo. The challenge was accepted. Soon a monkey-celebrity rivalry began, and the entire island got involved. The rival monkeys decided there was only one way to settle things. An election. Not a real election. A monkey election. Tourists would vote. Residents would vote. Even tour guides would vote. Bongo promised more entertainment. Chippy promised more mischief. One monkey promised free bananas for everyone. The campaign became ridiculous. Campaign posters appeared everywhere. Tour guides discussed monkey politics. Taxi drivers argued passionately. For 2 weeks the island was consumed by monkey election fever. Then election day arrived. The winner shocked everyone. Neither Bongo nor Chippy won. A sleepy monkey named Peanut accidentally won because tourists thought he looked cute. The island laughed for weeks. One morning Trevor received a phone call. A television company wanted Bongo for a travel documentary. The entire island celebrated. At last Bongo would become an international star. The cameras arrived. Everything was ready. The director shouted, "Action!" Bongo was supposed to walk gracefully along the beach. Instead, he noticed a coconut. Then another. Then a mango. Within seconds, he forgot about the documentary and chased fruit for 20 minutes. The crew captured every moment. The documentary became a massive hit. Not because Bongo looked majestic. Because he looked hilariously distracted. Millions watched. Millions laughed. Bongo became famous worldwide. One day a rumor spread online. Someone claimed Bongo wore a fake tail. Nobody knew where the rumor started. The internet exploded. News reporters arrived. Tourists demanded answers. Bongo had no idea what was happening. He simply sat eating bananas while humans debated his tail. Eventually, a veterinarian confirmed the obvious. "That's a real tail." The crowd cheered. The scandal ended. But it became the most ridiculous news story the island had ever seen. Years passed. Bongo remained famous. Visitors still came hoping to see him. Local businesses sold souvenirs. Tour guides told stories. Children grew up hearing legends about the celebrity monkey. One evening Bongo sat watching the sunset. Beside him sat old Trevor. "You know," Trevor said, "you became famous without even trying." Bongo nodded. That was true. Every time he tried acting important, things went wrong. Every time he simply acted like himself, people loved him. The lesson was simple. You don't have to pretend to be somebody else to stand out. Sometimes being yourself is enough. Bongo thought about this for a moment. Then he stole Trevor's banana and ran away. Some things never change. Lesson: fame may come and go, but humility, friendship, and being yourself will always matter more than popularity. And that brings us to the end of today's story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an adventure. Thank you for spending your time with us, and until next time, take care, stay safe, and keep the stories alive.